YouTube. Guess who's joining us today? Little homie. Little homie back in the house. That's right, he made it back yesterday. Took a little short vacay. To the transit shop. As you can see, he's driving in and out. Mission accomplished. So immediately we got to start working on it. We got too many things to put on it. We got too many things to replace on it. We got to start making it shine. You know what I'm saying? Military or not, everything we touch, we got to make it shine around here. So we're at the back end of it. And we're finally going to make an attempt to get that heavy replacement bumper on there. Took the privilege of doing so yesterday, starting it. Cleaning off the bumper, taking off the old brackets, taking off the old center support for the Pt1 hitch. Got all that off. We're gonna start putting this rear bumper brace. Replace both of these. I don't know if you can see the thickness of that. But if this don't do the trick, if this don't allow me to tow damn near anything, then I don't know what will. So we gotta put these two bumper support brackets on. Follow up with the similarly thick plate that goes across. I think it's about 52 inches long. That allow me to still have the Pt1 hitch and also have a class 4, I believe it's class 4 receiver hitch to tow basically any type of trailer. So let's get to it. It's enough talking. As you may be able to see, YouTube, here's the comparison. The original, the replacement. Big difference. Not quite sure how to put the puzzle back together. I need bolts in there to hold the bumper up, but I can't put bolts in there because I got to put the other replacement bumper on top of this bumper, then run the bolts through it. It's gonna take me a minute to figure that out. Okay, we're finally secured on both sides, freeing up the center section. I think I might want to throw a light coat of paint on there, since the bumper is going to be sandwiched in between each other. So hold that thought. Okay, YouTube. Paint is dried, good enough to go ahead and make an attempt to start that bumper install. Went ahead and used the Rust-Oleum flat black, just to prevent rust in between the two bumpers, that's all. When everything's said and done, I got the whole bumper installed properly, got the spare tire kit installed properly, then I'll go ahead and with the military flat black, put a coating over everything regarding the rear bumper. So let's go ahead and make a tip. Attempt number one, I get this heavy reinforcement plate on the bumper. Okay, YouTube. Forgot to hit that record button a little earlier. We basically took a jack in the center, jacked it up to the point that it needs to be at. And we got it close to the position it needs to sit. But that end over there is a lot longer than this end over here. So what I'm gonna have to do is adjust the mud flaps. And what that means is instead of running the mud flaps on the outside of the airlift bumper, I gotta run them on the inside. Because I don't know if you can see or not, but this bumper reinforcement plate is already hitting the mud flap bracket. And it still needs to go that way to line up all the holes for the pintle hitch, for the electrical. All the holes that need to line up need the reinforcement plate to be pushed over that way. So, we gotta take off the mud flap over here, and let's see what it does after that. Still looks good, YouTube. Mud flap inside, mud flap outside. But that's what I had to do to make this work, so it is what it is. Let's finish sliding this reinforcement bumper over, reinforcement plate over, and get these holes lined up. I think we're just about there, YouTube. Need to start running some bolts through the whole position. and let's see what happens. Got a small problem, YouTube. Didn't even take into consideration. I'm gonna need longer bolts. I'm able to start one on each side. Well, this side anyhow, to secure the bumper in place so it don't fall on me. I'll start one on that side. Then I'll make me a Ace Hardware run. Hold that thought. Woo. Like I said, YouTube, got one bolt and nut on each side to secure this reinforcement plate. I don't have enough threads on the nut to grab and have it in there securely. So I definitely, without a doubt, have to get new nuts and bolts. I was going to do that eventually, but I didn't want to do that today. But now, my hand is forced, and we got to get this done. We got to get it complete. So stay tuned. Thank you for hanging in there with me too. Oh, and we are back, YouTube. We are back. You do not want to know how much some washers and bolts cost. Grade 8. In today's market, today's economy. I don't even want to tell you. You're going to have to learn that one on yourself, on your own. But you got to do what you got to do. Cry about it, you moan about it, or you don't get something done. Your choice. If I recall correctly, there's a correct sequence. You have to put these 4 bolts in. This one here, top right, top left. You have to get the nut on there and tight before you reinstall this shackle here. Otherwise, when you put this shackle through the hole, you cannot reach the back of that bolt. And it is very hard getting your hand in there to put that nut and bolt in place. Let's scoot you a little closer. what I'm trying to do is save a little money on the back washers. I just went with grade 5 steel. I went with grade 8 on the face washers as the face washers. So for looks and strength as well. And I'm recycling the original nuts. They're behind the bumper. It's okay if they get a little bit of rusty. Remember what I told you? This bolt over here on the passenger side, top left. You want to secure that one before you get that shackle installed into here. But it's a little tricky. You have to line up the nut and the washer. And your hands are really hard to get into that small space, which is why I'm using a screwdriver to hold it there. Then I'll use my finger to also hold it there. And then you get the bolt through it. Before I secure that one nut and bolt extremely tight, I want to make sure these other holes are lined up, especially this one. This is a tight fit for the pencil hook. As you can see, this pencil hook has one large bolt, which is part of the unit. So I gotta make sure I'm able to get that in there. And so far, I'm gonna have to lift the reinforcement plate up just a hair, because this is getting stuck. Okay, the bumper reinforcement plate actually picked up a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Got a nice snug fit. This is the look I'm going to eventually have in the end. Option of pencil toe or receiver hitch toe. So I believe everything's lined up. Go ahead and start tightening it down. Now what I don't like is there's a gap between this plate and the bumper, the airlift bumper. So I'm not sure if everything needs to be sitting on top of one another. Let's go ahead and see if we can bring it down a little bit, see if it makes a difference. There's a little bit of a gap, similar to this, between the reinforcement plate and the bumper. But things are lined up. Not sure if I should leave it that way. I try to make them rest on top of each other. Okay, I see what it's doing, YouTube. As I'm tightening it, it's lifting the support reinforcement bar or reinforcement plate upward. So I think it may be doing that by design. Or maybe there's a tightening sequence. I'm gonna go ahead and snug the top one, but not go crank it down with torque. Then I'm gonna do catty corner. See if that makes a difference. It brought this end down a little bit more, but it also made this pencil a little bit more snug. So I'm gonna do the other side, see what happens. All right, YouTube. I think there's gonna be a small gap, maybe 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch at the most, between the reinforcement plate and the airlift bumper. So you just gotta crank it down and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. The bolts are gonna hold it in place. YouTube, we're making good progress over here. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing, but we're doing some good progress over here. I gotta do the reinforcement, the 2 reinforcement bars from the frame to the bumper. The first ones I showed you at the very beginning. Get those secure, and we'll be back. Have a good day, brother.
You too.
Thank you. Okay, YouTube, went ahead and cleaned up the pintle hook threads. We got to get this through here first, and then align the reinforcement brackets that go from the frame to the bumper to these 4 holes here. I'm gonna go ahead and use a hand tool because I don't want to use the power gun and strip the threads because it's a tight fit. I think we're gonna have to use a power tool. And force that baby in there. I'm gonna use an old bolt. I can damage an old bolt. It's too expensive to damage a brand new bolt. Now we go for brand new. Not yet. Stay with the old bolts. Maybe 2 of them will line me up a little bit better. Okay, we got 2 old bolts, top holes. Hopefully that'll line up the bottom 2. Not so lucky, YouTube. So we're gonna force this 3rd one in. See, what I'm doing, YouTube, is cleaning up the hole with the old bolt. Because I got metal I got 3 pieces of metal that needs to line up, and they're not lining up perfectly. So I'm basically cutting a new groove in the hole through the 3 pieces of steel. Hopefully. So all we can do now is hope we're not damaging the threads so badly that I can't get the nut on. As you can tell, YouTube, the sun is going down. That means this thing is fighting me the whole entire way. I got these 4 bolts in, the good bolts, but they're all not straight. They're all like this. Had to tap them in. I'm hoping that when I start running the nuts on the back and cranking them down, it'll suck everything from sideways to a straight position, the position it needs to be in. So that's where we stand right now. YouTube. I can't even see you. I hope you can see me. Guess what I just had to do again? Buy some more bolts. I can't believe that I missed 4 bolts in my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can cry over spilled milk, or I could be happy that I only had to go across the street to get what I needed. Let's get back at it, YouTube. See how nice and easy those bolts went in? Some bolt holes are lined up perfectly. Others you gotta fight with. Especially this guy here, which I'm still not done with. Oh, YouTube. I think we're gonna make this a two-parter. Because it's getting late, it's getting dark. I'm just about done. But I'll show you the finished product mañana. Also mañana, we're gonna be trying to put on the tire carrier, spare tire carrier. But anyhow, I'm gonna keep knocking this out right now. Made no sense to record it though, just tightening bolts. So till tomorrow, appreciate you being here with me. Hope you learned something. Gave you a few pointers. Remember around here, we keep it all the way peanut. Peace out.